The supernatural West End play 222, A Ghost Story. It's Harry Potter star Tom Felton and Doctor Who's trusty companion Mandip Gill, and the play sounds amazing. We're going to be talking to you both a little bit more about it later on.
Well, that explains everything.
Yes,
I
it
do
does. There you go. Calm down.
That sense. I could see them, as it turned out.
Got me nervous as well.
That's what it was. Also, I've done the research. We're also very much in the real world tonight, with reports that consumers are set to be faced with even higher shopping bills in the coming...
Tom and Mandip, welcome to the show, everybody. Come on,
Thank you.
There they are. Warm welcome.
I mean, it's a good time to have you guys. It's awards season. I mean, Met Gala last night. And did you see the comedy legend Sir Billy Connolly is going to be awarded a BAFTA fellowship at this year's ceremony? How lovely is that?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Quite right too.
Yeah. Congratulations are in order for you as well, Tom. Best Supporting Actor for your role in Save Our Cinema for the National Film Award. You was actually on recently, what, a few months ago now, to talk about it, wasn't you? But what I want to know, if you do go up there and accept the speech, are you a man that prepares, or do you kind of get up there and wing it?
I'm glad you asked. I thought a little...
Already got it. Yeah, love it.
No, honestly, it's such an honour to be nominated, let alone the idea of winning it. So, if you do see me up there, you'll know I'll be winging it thoroughly.
Oh, well,
brilliant.
Congratulations
well
on the nomination.
Appreciate
I like to compile a sort of long, bitter loser speech, just in case. Mandip, you know, I'm sure that this time next year, the red carpet's going to be calling you at the Olivier's, because, as we'll hear, you're in an excellent play. How do you approach a big showbiz bash?
Lots of makeup, lots of help from stylists, friends when I send them pictures and they're like, absolutely not wearing that. But yeah, lots of makeup and just try to relax and enjoy it, to be honest. You know, I've not been nominated for an awful lot of things, so I don't have the pressure of having to create a speech or something, because that's terrifying.
I'm sure it is coming soon, though, all right? Don't worry about that. But if you have any questions for our guests tonight, you can send them in all the usual ways. Plus, we'll be hearing all about Tom and Mandip's spooky new play a bit later on.
Ooh, soon we'll be talking about the rising cost of food, but first, or preferred language, so congratulations to them.
Definitely. Right, Tom, Mandip, we're going to be talking about your show in a moment. I just want to quickly ask you, though, Mandip, you actually, during lockdown, you taught yourself, or was in the process of teaching yourself sign language, actually.
Yeah.
Why? What made you want to go down that road?
You know how everyone was taking up hobbies? Something just occurred to me that there's so many people we don't communicate with, and I thought, how rude.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually shocked that I hadn't acknowledged that until that point. So I just went on YouTube and started, but it's quite difficult as an adult, so it's really impressive, and I think the right thing to do is start quite young, but it is... After today's news, it's definitely something I would carry on doing. I think it just occurred to me that there's so many people we're not communicating with, and I wouldn't like that to be me, or like everyone speaks English, so it's easy for me. So yeah, it was just something I tried to pick up, but it's actually quite difficult. But you know.
So listen, you two have been hard at work and learning something new quite recently, obviously getting to know each other, but also learning the lines for 222, A Ghost Story, a supernatural thriller about 4 friends and the events that unfold over the course of just one evening. Tom, tell us more about the play.
Well, I play Sam, and my wife Jenny here has an inkling that our new house is haunted. And I'm somewhat sceptical of this. As a bit of a scientist, he does a lot to disprove anything that could be potentially paranormal. And Jenny has different ideas, and we have a couple over for dinner, and the well, should we say the debate ensues as to far as well, are ghosts in the house and do they exist, etc.
Yeah. Well, Mandip, I know that your character Jennifer seems to know how she feels about whether the ghosts are real or not. But do you, Mandip, believe in ghosts or not? I mean, where do you stand on it?
When I was going through the process of this, I was like, I don't talk about ghosts. I was like, it's too scary. And my agent was like, are you sure this is the right project? I was like, yeah, but I won't talk about ghosts. She was like, no,
you should talk about ghosts, because when you say it, it sounds even more adorable than when people with other accents say it.
But I think I do. I definitely believe in something, and that's why I don't like talking about it, because I feel like you interrupt them. But actually, as we've been doing this play and listening to Sam, Tom plays Sam, his like scientific theories, part of me was like, I think everything can be explained. However, I don't want to say that in case they're listening.
That's exactly what I say. Don't I say the same thing. It's like, you know, the minute you kind of like open that door into going, I can believe in it, they'll come visit you.
You invite them, and I'm not. I just think you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
It's nice that you're there. I'm not ready.
OK, got you. Tom, we've seen you on screen with many a ghost in your time, of course, but in the Harry Potter films. But this is your West End debut. How are you feeling about it?
Very, very excited. Not as excited as my mum is. My mum used to bring me to London and audition when I was 7, 8, 9 years old. This is pre-Potter. So for me to have a part in something that's going to be taking place in West End is hugely, terrifyingly exciting.
Terrifyingly exciting.
Well, in all the right ways. In all the right ways.
No, but I mean, it is brilliant, and with it being your debut, I know a friend of yours, Daniel Radcliffe, as well has been, part of the West End. Did you go to him for some advice on, I don't know, how to deal with it?
I did, absolutely. Well, I was very excited to tell people. Daniel's done a lot of theatre, musicals and off, so I was keen to sort of get a bit of an insight. Him and actually Matthew Lewis, who I saw the other day, he was equally keen to advise me to embrace the madness and don't panic and just enjoy the time actually being up there. It's a very different thing than we've done before, but I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm really excited to get started.
It is exciting. Tom, of course, Harry Potter is always in the news. I don't know if you saw the story last week, an uncorrected version of the first ever Harry Potter book sold for £37,000. But I read...
I offered them 36.
What a shame.
Well, I read that you hadn't read it when you went to audition for the part. Is that right?
That couldn't be true.
And you almost got caught out on a detail.
I did, yeah. The long story short is I was only aware they sort of lined up all the potential Dracos, I guess, and then asked them which part of the book they were most excited about seeing made into film, and I only realised that it was the chap next to me who was answering the question that I did not know what the hell they were talking about. So I sort of repeated what the chap next to me said, and Chris Columbus, the director, saw straight through my lie, and I think that may have helped clinch the part for Draco. So, yeah, it worked out in my favour.
Brilliant.
And Mandip, of course, we've seen you sharing the screen with some pretty terrifying beings during your time on Doctor Who, and we hear that you're going to be reunited with the Master, the Daleks, the Cybermen in a feature-length BBC Centenary special. It will be Jodie Whittaker's final episode. Will it be yours?
It will be mine. Well, not forever, because who knows in the world of Doctor Who.
Oh.
But it definitely comes to an end in that episode, but not forever, because who knows?
Who knows? Who knows, presumably? Doctor Who
See
knows.
what I did there?
Yeah.
I do like what you did there. Actually, we've got a message here from Sam. She's written in and says, do you know who will be the next Doctor after Jodie? And will you have a role in the 60th anniversary?
They don't tell me anything.
No?
No?
Tom, you fancy it?
I can only say limited amounts about my involvement. I don't know. I'm not. I know nothing.
We've got time. Come on, there's a story to tell.
I know nothing.
Oh, right. The last time we had Tom on the show, he was on Zoom, but we had a little conversation with him about whether he'd taken the odd souvenir from his days on Harry Potter. So, I've got to ask you, have you managed to steal anything from the TARDIS?
Did he steal something?
I'll tell you later.
I think he said something about a wand, but yeah, did you manage to take anything from the TARDIS?
We did. So we did what we thought was our final scene in the TARDIS, and we did definitely hear this, but they were like, you can take what you want, and so honestly, me, Judd's, the crew started pulling stuff off, and there was one bit that everyone had got all the good little things, all the little TARDISes, the little sand timers, everything. I was so adamant I was going to get something, but there was this ball was stuck in, so I got everyone to help me get it out.
Brilliant.
I don't know if I really wanted it, but I was just I want a piece. Took it, started walking to the next set, and I was like, oh, we might have pickups there. Well, you walk with a TARDIS because it's literally gone. Yeah. But then I did start thinking, I'm going to hide this because I actually think people might want it. But if they ask for it back, I will give them it. I've hidden it so well I can't find it.
Oh, Mandip.
Great story, absolutely lovely.
Wrecking a TARDIS and stealing a ball. You can see Mandip and Tom in 222 A Ghost Story at the Criterion Theatre in London from the 7th of May. And you can see Mandip in Doctor Who on iPlayer.
Yes, with just 1 month to go until the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, thousands of communities across the country are gearing up for their... Mark is written in to ask, is the studio cold? Because last night, Boy George had a thick coat on, and tonight, here's Boy George, and tonight...
PG.
Tom's got a thick coat on as well. Well, I can confirm, as Alex Jones will always tell you, it's absolutely freezing.
Baltic.
She'll be happy you said that. But that's all we've got time for tonight. Thank you very much to our guests, Tom and Mandy.
Yes, Gethin and I will be here tomorrow, joined by Sarah Cox and music sensation Lizzo. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.